Hello guys, and welcome to episode 2 of my Freetrade portfolio series. This is the series where I take a brand new investment account and add the maximum amount of money I can to it each tax year. I chose to use Freetrade as my platform for a couple of reasons. The main reason being that I wanted a platform that didn't charge fees each time you made a transaction. As I plan to buy many shares over the course of the coming year, transaction fees could have become quite expensive. I also wanted a platform that had reasonable foreign exchange fees. As all 25 of my positions are not traded in my local currency, foreign exchange fees do add a little bit of cost. April was the first month I could add a reasonable amount of capital to this new account. In the UK, we can add £20,000 to an ISA each year, which this account is. The reason the government sets this limit is that this is a very tax efficient account. There is no stamp duty or capital gains tax on anything that happens inside this account. As I'm spreading out my investing across the whole year, I am also going to spread out putting capital into this account across the whole year. In April, I added £1,665 to this account. Now I could have invested all this money into my investments on the first day. However, I prefer to spread this across the whole month. This just gives me a further way to average out my investments. Here is a picture of how I split my investments for April. So let's take the 5th of April as an example. I bought companies 3, 20 and 12. For me, company 3 is Amazon, company 20 is T-Mobile, and company 12 is Nvidia. You may also notice that on April 1st there is 6 numbers. I did this because the 2nd was a bank holiday in the US, so I pulled that day's investments forward one day. Freetrade is a very nice platform fee-wise, but it doesn't do a very good job at the moment at tracking investments. For better tracking, I created a spreadsheet, so let's swap over to that now. So this tab is my monthly overview tab. So this first section is all the companies I have investments in. It also shows where they ended up at the end of last month. On average for this month, I was up 1.63%, although I did have some rather big downs on a couple of shares, such as Tesla with its massive 10.24% loss, or PayPal with the more reasonable loss of 4.66%. Now, if we unhide this first section, this is how things ended up in April. This first column is the total change now, and this second column is the total change for the month. You can see that there were some quite big swings in my portfolio in April. Tesla went from a loss of 10.24% to a gain of 2.29%. A swing of a massive 12.53%. Sadly, there were some quite big losses as well, such as Amangin, Broadcom and Home Depot. But overall, my portfolio was up 4.17% for the month of April. If I unhide this next section, this is my totals for my portfolio. First, we have the best 5 companies in my portfolio currently. You will see that I have 3 of the FANGs in my top 5. Some of them with almost 10% gain in just 2 months. And we also have the bottom 5 companies in my portfolio. Happily, these are not massive losses, with the biggest one being Broadcom at a loss of 3.39%. And then we have total changes for my portfolio. So far, I am up £103 in just 2 months, which is 4.48%. Very nice. My portfolio has been active for 2 months. 2 of those months have been positive months. And the average change per month is 2.76%. And if we unhide this final section, this is a little graph of how my portfolio has done over the month. The orange line is the capital I have invested into this account, and the blue line is how my portfolio has performed. I did have a very nice uptick for the first week, then it stayed around 2,380 to 2,400 for the rest of the month. Overall, April was a very good month for me, and I'm happy with how things turned out. If you are interested in opening a Freetrade account, please consider using my referral link in the description below. If you do use this link, Freetrade will give you a free share when you open an account. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little update for April. If you did, please consider leaving a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!